So we're going to look at the anchor system. Now the anchor system isn't just the anchor. The anchor system also includes the chain, any rope that we're using. Sometimes it's all chain, sometimes it's a combination of chain and rope, and also the shackles that hold everything together. So here's the sea and here's the seabed. We're going to put an anchor on the seabed, and the other part of the system is the chain. The chain actually holds the anchor down. It's the weight of the chain that actually holds the boat in place. So we want at least 10 meters of chain. A few meters would do on a nice sunny day, but if your engine is broken and you're being pushed on the rocks, you definitely want all that 10 meters of chain. So how much chain and or rope are we going to use altogether? Well, we take the depth of water, and then the total length of chain and rope is going to be at least 5 times the depth of water. So here's some anchors. There's lots of kinds of anchors. We're going to look at some of the popular ones. The Danforth anchor is basically some angled flat plate, and it's hinged to the main shaft. This is good for sand, it's good for mud, good for shingle. It stores well because it folds flat. It's very useful on a smaller boat. It's a good all-rounder, not so good on flat rocky bottoms, especially covered in weed. And you need to be careful of your fingers on the hinge system. So let's look about setting the anchor or laying the anchor on the seabed. We need to say to ourselves, where is the wind and where is the tide? Which is the stronger of the two? Once we've worked out what is the resultant or the major factor, we're going to head our boat up towards, in that direction, heading towards the wind or tide, whichever's stronger. So let's look at it on side profile. Here's our boat. We're going to head up towards the wind or tide, nice and slow. Once we got to our anchor position, we're going to carefully lower our anchor onto the seabed. The chain is going to start laying. We need to lay that chain flat along the seabed, not in a big pile. We want at least 10 meters of chain. We may use chain all the way through, or in this case you can see we've got chain and rope combined. The total length is going to be at least 5 times the depth of water. How do we find out if we're holding position or if we're being pushed onto the beach here? So here's the anchor, here's the chain. And what we're going to do is we're going to find 2 objects, and you can see here this island and this island, these 2 islands, they're pretty much in a straight line with our boat. So as long as we keep these 2 in line, we're not going to be moved backwards towards the beach. Hi there, we're just going to talk about putting the boat alongside. It's a quick and simple method here. This is going to be our angle of approach. It's going to be about 30 degrees, 40 degrees, something like that. Whatever the wind or tide is doing, we're going to keep our boat on that line. So the pivot point, the centre of our boat, will keep on that line. We start off with the wheel in the middle, and we just slowly come in towards the jetty. We may just need to give a little bit of 1 or 2 seconds forward motion just to get in alongside. We're now going to turn the wheel to port towards the jetty, and as we go into reverse, the bow will come off, the stern will come in, and the boat will sit alongside nicely.